Hello and welcome to another episode of The Grandest Adventure. It is currently the 14th of September in the good year 2021. Man, this month is cruising on by.
hmm
So let's just dig right on into it and start right off the recap.
All right. So I'm going to go back a little bit further than where the last episode started, but I'm going to do it quick. So we were prisoners at the Black Tower, where we knew the boss of the tower was Brox, right? Was that his name? As we knew it?
Onyx.
Onyx, sorry. Onyx.
was close.
As we then later figured out that Onyx was actually Tavi, which was great news. And as soon as we figured that out, Merrick also came through the gate as he was searching for us. Tavi was glad to see us. We were glad to see Tavi. We went up to his room to figure out our next move and how he became where he is. And it turns out time here moves quite a bit faster than it does on the other side of the world. So our few months was 10 years for him. From that point, Tavi got his book back. He got some more information. We talked about the different anchors in this world that are basically anchored to our world. That is where the corruption comes from and spreads into our world, but it's starting from this world because that's where Vavo, the big elf guy in golden armor, who we made some bad decisions and freed him into our world. And so the Seal of the Six was broken, and now he's probably trying to do the same thing to the world above that he already did to this world. So while he's up there, we're going to try to undo what he did down here. And find some help with dealing with him. Our route that we decided on is to go to the Caledon Forest.
Mizzle Mire
Mizzle Mire?
is what it's called in the Feywild.
Okay, so Mizzle Mire in the Feywild.
Sorry, that's this thing. Yeah, the forest. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Okay, so it is the Caledon Forest, right?
That's what was in your world on the other side up here, and that's the Cheridon Forest.
The Cheridon Forest is up here, but the Caledon Forest is right here, right?
Yes, thank you.
Because that was the
Yeah.
swamps of Kalimdor, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So we were first looking towards this place and getting towards the Sheridan Forest, but Sheridan Forest, we were pretty much told by Tavi, is probably not the best place to start because of how strong the corruption is there. So we're going to go to Caledon Forest, which is another spot the corruption seems to be affecting, and find out what we can to see if we can find a way to slow or stop this corruption and find allies along the way. So we all head out together. Tavi, Merrick, Torque, and Philo. We are on a cart currently being pulled by Merrick's zombies. But on the way out, we met one of Tavi's friends, Billo Bradley, who was kind enough to help us out with some additional items. We each got a new magic item of our own, and Billo Bradley was basically a treant, but he couldn't move. He was just stuck in that one spot for eternity, which is probably he seemed used to it. So the magic items we got, I got a Belt of the Giant Strength, 23 Strength. It gives whoever wearing it. Torque got a ring that can hold up to 5 spell slots, up to 5 spell levels in it. And Merrick got a Staff of Power, which has a bunch of different stuff it can do. And that's pretty much where we left off, and I think we're probably about to start this episode with a good old travel dice roll. something like that.
So yeah, it's going to be a little different though. Travel tables are a little bigger here in the Feywild than they were in the prime material plane.
Dun, dun,
So we're
dun.
actually not going to roll on the travel table until you guys cross into Mizzle Mire, which is what it is called today. As it is known, the Kalimdor. That's what the Kalidor Forest is. What it was way back when. It is now known as Mizzle Mire, because it kind of turned into a kind of marshy kind of place. It's less
That's definitely
swampy.
why I said Brock.
Yeah.
Wait, is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. That's awesome. I love it.
So,
Sorry, keep going.
I guess the question is, did you guys want to pop in here, or did you want where did you guys want to make your attempted entrance into Mizzle Mire? Because there's a bit of a little stretch you could see going this whole
So
area.
just where we exit the bladed grass.
Yeah, where do you want to exit the blade of grass? You kind of tell me the general area, like how far in you want to, and I'll kind of point you in the right direction.
Wait, so where's the extent of the bladed grass?
Do you see where it turns into that blue on the map down here? Like it goes like there's
Yeah.
that. That's where.
So
Yes,
all of
that.
This, all of this gray is razor grass.
It is
But
like
we're
it's
on
like
a road, though, aren't we? Is that
So-
how we get through the grass?
because Merrick, when you came in here, the area you popped into wasn't all bladed grass, and you actually noticed when you were traveling, it seemed to be slowly infecting the grass that was there and turning it and corrupting it into a bladed grass form. This area is all bladed grass.
Okay.
But we're on
Nice.
a designated path, right? So does
Yeah,
this
yeah.
path have different directions we can go to get out of this?
Yeah, there's a few branches that
Do
pop
we have-
off
Okay.
of the road.
Like,
What was it, Garrett?
As to the party, are we going somewhere in particular in the forest, or are we just going to the forest?
Well, I thought we were headed
What?
here, right?
So, Todd, do
that
you want to play this in
now
character
that we-
or out of character? I think we should do this in
Well,
character.
I don't know. Is this something we should already know? Am I just high?
I think I don't know if we talked about the actual, yeah, because Tavi mentioned a village in Calydon Forest, right? And he said he wanted to flex his power and talk to certain people there.
Oh, okay. See, we don't need to do it in character.
We already
Right,
know we're
yeah.
headed here because
Garrett.
Tavi wants to
Yeah,
try to.
I'm just asking
Hey, Garrett,
to confirm.
I'm also
Yeah.
a very high DM, and I'm in the same boat as you. I don't remember a lot of last episode, unfortunately, and I wrote 5 words down in my notebook, so I don't know what I was on last episode. I think I was drunk.
Oh, that's fair. It's
Yeah.
fair. We'll get through it together.
Yeah, we will. This
We'll
is
get
why there's
there.
4 of us, so it's a collaborative storytelling
Right.
thing. We have each
So,
other to keep
because
ourselves consistent.
Because we're headed to the place, I think we follow the river, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Javi knows the place is on a river, I assume. It makes
So
no sense.
he said he
Why?
hadn't been there in a while, but he had, he's been there since when he's been in charge, like a year or 2 ago.
I don't think rivers move, so I think river's safe bet.
So are we?
Although it's been a while, so rivers move.
So
Are we in a spot where we can take a long rest prior to travel?
you could do, yeah, you could. I'm figuring right now you're generally in a safe kind of travel, as safe as you can be in the Feywild, because you're traveling on kind of a road.
So I do remember saying last time that we are moving at a 24/7 pace because I don't need to sleep and the zombies don't need to sleep.
Yep.
So you guys can sleep in the cart, but we're still going.
How long do
Very
the
good.
zombies last for, by the way?
I mean, I guess that's up to DM.
Okay. I like that.
I can keep a zombie animated indefinitely. I can keep 4 zombies animated indefinitely.
So what I think, just for like kind of a thematic thing, just as time goes by, your zombies will lose more and more flesh and turn closer and closer to skeletons as stuff like rots and falls off.
They can't smell good, right?
Oh no.
Flesh schlepping off.
Oh no, they do not smell
Like
good.
dead bodies don't. You know.
It just magically smell fine. No.
So, I guess if Torque has just been given a ring of spell storing, there's no fucking way he's not immediately screwing with it.
I figure you guys have a day and a half's travel along the river because it looks like I think it's about that long.
So, how much am I allowed to juice up this ring? Do you think I have enough time to fill all 5 slots?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to communicate with you what I'm doing, or do you want me to?
I would like to just put in chat what spells you put in there, if that's okay, or send it to me if you don't want to share with everybody. Okay, cool.
Can I get in character a little bit here?
Yeah, guys, prop in a character. I would love it.
Tavi, so when's the last time you traveled here? And was it by foot or did you fly over?
Ooh. Craig, you're Tavi.
Fucking, I'm talking on mute.
My favorite.
Yeah. So let's. I just want to get a few things straight. So that whole flying thing, you know. Well, I've only done it like I can count on one hand the number of times it's gone down. It's
I gotta
not
tell you though, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, I know. God, you couldn't have asked for a more better entrance there. I kind of did like it a lot. But no, the last time I traveled here, it wasn't on foot. It was closer to this, where it was in I was in a cart that had walls and a couch on the inside. It was great.
A little more luxurious.
A little bit,
Okay,
yes, but
okay.
at least we're not walking, right? But
Definitely. So you think it's more dangerous than it was before?
things have gotten weird around here in the past year or so. Just a little more. Everything's got a little more aggressive. The Clutch have been attacking a little more aggressively, getting a little more closer each time. Trade's been down a little bit. I'll be honest, it hasn't been a great year, but it's a great year now that you guys are here. It has.
Anything odd happen around a year ago to try to, trigger all that happening?
I mean, I don't know quite yet what is normal around here. Every time I think I've found some normalcy, everything changes on me, you know? It's not like the real world where it's everything is just kind of mellow. Like that grass wasn't as gnarly as it was until about a year and a half ago. That came quick.
Where we're going, on our side, Kalimdor is along the river. Is it the same here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure the Amphian capital is right along the river here. Not too far into the Mire.
That's probably our best bet, right?
Yeah, I was figuring we walk up there. I talk to King Quaid. See what's going on. See if we can get access to the anchor or the anchor's location, something like that. I figure it should be easy peasy. We walk in there, we talk to them, and walk out, right?
Wait. I think I was when you were describing the anchors. I think I was a little confused. Is the anchor a physical thing?
You know what's right? The book isn't clear about that. They're all referred to as proper nouns in the book. But like I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Oh, I
Hey,
guess we'll find out.
hey, Tommy.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, Mr.
let
Merrick.
me let me see that book. I wanna double check your findings.
Okay. When did you get so well read?
Oh, I've always been one for stories. You know that.
All right. Here you go. But I don't really expect much from you on this. And he hands the book over. What are you looking for?
Okay, I read it.
What are you looking for?
I thought you couldn't read it.
He can read everything now.
I can. I didn't know that this book was important to the plot.
Oh, he just forgot about the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I guess I want to, like, not be able to understand what the book is telling him, and I just want to read it and see if I understand what the book is telling me.
It's a 500-page book.
All right, I go to the index and I look up anchor.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Roll me an investigation check with advantage. Yeah, it's almost like the the page the words you're looking for are lit like highlighted for you as you go to look for it. Yep, you look in the index. Anchor world is anchor comma world is listed on a page. You flick to it, and you see the gist of it. You see a beautiful drawing on one side of it, and at the bottom of it, you see clearly it says an example of an anchor of a world anchor, and it looks like a giant stalagmite. No, sorry, stalactite. So
Stalactite from the ceiling, stalagmite is from the ground.
I thought it was stalagmite because it might fall.
It's mite because it's like a mountain, and stalactite because it's on the ceiling. So it's a C and an M.
And yeah.
Okay, so might stalagmite because it might be a stalactite. Um,
I love it. I love it. That
yes.
tickles me.
There's a stalagmite. And then on the bottom of it, it says, example A, an example of a world anchor.
Okay, that seems pretty clear to me. Hey, Tommy, did you not see this page here?
What?
And I
Show
pointed
me.
out-
Yeah, what's that?
I
That's a picture there, and it says down here, it says, this might be a world anchor. Right? Because it's a stalagmite? Wait a minute. That's not
no,
what it's
it's
put.
stalagmite because it might be a stalactite.
You know,
Get it?
I've always these fucking Fae always play these tricks on me. They told me it was translated the other way. When I asked them what a stalactite and a stalagmite were here, they told me they were the different words. So, wait, how the fuck can you read this?
Oh well, I can read pretty much anything. I'm a good reader.
How?
I don't really know how to explain how reading works. You kind of
Does it have something to do
look
with
at
that?
the.
And he points at your purple eye.
No, I have a cool eye patch on. I explicitly stated that as part of my costume.
Oh, right, you did. Yes, you did. He's all right. He points to your eye patch. Is it because of that? Wait, do you have? Can you read with your? Like, you could just read in general. It doesn't. It's not dependent on your eye, right?
That's totally up to you.
Nah, I won't make it dependent
If
on your
you
eye.
want.
It's just a cool birthmark.
It's definitely not part of the text of the thing.
That's all I care about, baby. Yeah, no, you're. He still points to your eye patch. He's like, did you lose an eye to like gain all knowledge of languages or something? It's some weird sort of warlock deal.
I mean, yeah, that's a good metaphor for what happened.
Wow. What else did you get? I guess these undead dudes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are new.
the real
George.
treasure was the friends we made along the way, isn't it? You know,
Now, when you say friends you've made along the way, you consider those to be your friends, right? He points to the zombies.
yeah, they were there for me when I thought everything else was gone.
You know, that's a
So
very
yeah,
clever
right.
joke, Merrick. You've also gotten much funnier.
You mean he got funny?
That when you have some funny, it's still more than no funny. Still funnier. But yes, I guess. I don't know if he's quite funny yet. Funny looking, right? He slaps Torque
As
back.
always.
The zombies jerk the cart in a way that makes everyone but me like
Oh,
fall.
Want to make a dexterity saving
Yeah,
throw?
let's all make dex saving throws. This is gonna be
They
fun.
get thrown out of the cart.
Yeah, I like this. Um,
Oh yeah, baby.
Craig, you have to roll for Tavi.
I was opening up his character sheet.
Oh,
Boom,
cool.
there we
You
go.
guys are dope at dex saves.
He's got a +2. So they do manage to stay in the cart.
What was that? Do you have full control over these? Do you know what you're doing here?
No, that's just what real friends are all about. Give a thumbs up to the zombies in the cart, and they give a thumbs up back.
I'm gonna give us one of the zombies a slap in the back of back of the head. My hand grows.
Wait, you're what? Wait, what are you
Slap
doing?
one of your zombies in the back of the head. Backhand.
I wouldn't do that. They're kind of fragile, and they're our main mode of transportation unless you want to carry all of us again. They're kind of doing us a huge favor. I'd be like a little more respectful if I were you, Hilo.
Yeah, fair enough. I know you guys aren't gonna be the ones to pull this, so I guess I'll deal with these zombies a little bit more.
I mean, honestly, if it comes to it, I'm quite all right with walking. Walking's good for the soul. Souls of the feet, that is.
It's true. I get a little
I'm not-
restless sometimes sitting for too long.
I mean, you can pull the cart, you two, if you want to get some, calisthenics going. I'm,
You wanna walk in front
cool
for a
out
little
here.
bit? I could get
Yes.
away from being behind the smell for a while.
Yes, I do, Philo. And Tavi hops out.
Phil does too. Walk in front of the cart. Woo! Phil goes, oh, fresh air.
I forgot
Finally.
what good air smelled like.
Wait, does the Feywild have fresh air?
It's fresher than
Just
what the
smell it.
fuck we were sitting in. I mean, it's yeah, it's not like it was in Glass Lake where the air kind of felt like stale. There's definitely like wind here. There's like weather patterns. It's all just like shit weather. It's just there's no sun because it's all that really crazy overcast, cloudy shit up in the sky. But it does get lighter and darker here. The air isn't. I wouldn't say it is fresh, I guess. It's not like. I guess it's not as fresh as you would imagine it would have been, but yeah, it's fresher than zombie stank.
Gotcha.
All right. Is there
What?
anything else you guys want to RP out or do before we get to where we're going?
Real quick, was Tavi with us when? I don't even know if I should do this. When Alpha left.
I can't remember.
I think he was still.
Yeah.
So he knows Alpha just left.
Uh-huh. Who does? Yes.
And he was with us when Arun left.
Well, what pieces are you putting together, Ryan?
Nothing. I was just thinking of a conversation I could have with him, but it's like I think he already knows all of it. It's not really that important.
What?
Now that you said pieces I'm putting together, though, now it's fucking with me.
Yeah, I know. I'm good like that. Aren't I? It felt like you were putting pieces together in your brain.
No. I just wanted to RP a conversation about because we were all in a group together.
It's fucking yeah. If you want to RP, that's what this section's for, baby. You want to RP? Let's RP, baby.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really heard anything about Alpha since he left. Which I'm sure he really just did to do something with his family, but I'm really worried about Arun.
Why? What's been going on the other side?
I mean, we told you about what happened with the fake Raven Queen there.
Yeah, our room. I always feel like he could have taken care of himself, though. He was a very
But
capable
against-
person.
But what if he found out? What if Upturna tried to do the same thing? Upturna definitely did something to Siler. He was not the same when we saw him at Glass Lake. And that's what worries me, is that our Rune could take care of himself, and if he figured out who Upturna was, I don't think I'm any match for her at our state. I mean, I saw her deal with the priest that we struggled with in the capital, and she was laughing while she was taking him on. She had no problem handling him. If he realized it was Upturna, she might have just got rid of him.
I don't know much about the Subturna. I feel like we should
Oh,
definitely.
did he say Arun was dead?
Yeah,
Oh, he did.
that's why he was broken because he couldn't do anything for Arun. Couldn't save him.
Oh, fucking.
Yep. I'll let you retcon that conversation to say that. Or do you not? You're not worried about that anymore?
No, let me recount that conversation. Yep. I figured it'd be good for you to know. I know we weren't together that long, but for me it was just a little while ago. I know for you it's been many years since the last time you saw Arun, but Arun's dead.
Tavi just does like 1,000-yard stare. He said, "How? How did it happen? Were you there?"
I wasn't, but do you remember Siler?
I do.
We met Siler at Glass Lake, and he was actually with the Raven Queen, who we thought was the Raven Queen, but was Upturna. And he's the one who let us know that Arun died, and he was in pieces about it. And it's rough. Arun sometimes was a dick, but he had the same goals we did.
He. Sorry. I really am. He was. It did save our lives multiple times. He was a great person. I will miss him.
I know. I don't know how he died, right?
No, I don't think Siler went into it. I think Siler
I
was
don't
too
think so
broken
either.
to like go into it, but yeah. It was an off-screen death.
I don't know how exactly he passed, but I know it has to do with something with this Upturna and Vavo. And I'm gonna make them pay for it. I can't do it now. We need help. But we've got to do this.
We will. We will do this together.
We can't let them turn the other side to what they did to this world.
I think we are, they truly are going to underestimate us. We have nothing but time over here on this side.
I didn't even think of that. You're right.
We're gonna
All this
fucking sucker
time
punch
we've been
them.
here has been
If
maybe
what you
minutes
say
in the
is
other
right,
world?
it's been merely probably what? It was only a few months for you. I've been here for
Yes.
almost 10 years. Do the math, math man.
It hasn't even been a day. It's been hours.
Yeah. Well, remember what was it? Merrick was thrown in a few seconds, 20, like a minute or two after you guys, and he was a week later.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been what? You've been here maybe a month at most.
Yeah.
So it's like what, a couple minutes,
Yeah.
I think, if my math is right. I don't know. I don't want to think about the math too hard.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's probably been like I don't want to think about it either.
Let's not
but it's
think
been-
about
it's
the
been
math
like-
too hard.
It's
I'm
definitely
keep-
been like at least like a half an hour.
Yeah,
But-
you know, I instead of doing it like, you know, we're gonna keep track of the minutes and seconds, I'm gonna do it like we do leveling. And there's just like, oh, when you pop out of here, I'm gonna see how much you've done, and there's gonna a certain amount of time is gonna pass in the real world. I'll let you know.
Well, let's do it. It's good to be by your side again, buddy. Pound it.
Oh yeah, it's like that fucking that Arnold Schwarzenegger gif with like the huge bulging muscles.
Mm.
They're shaking
Nice.
hands. That's it right there. All right. Do you guys want to do anything else before we get to the forest?
No, I'm good. Doing some
Yeah, I'm good.
planning.
So, let me set the
You're
scene
setting up
for
your spells, aren't you, right there in that ring?
No, what I'm actually doing is so the artificers have the ability to infuse items, which I haven't used very well. I have 4 artificer infusions right now that I don't use a whole lot. So what I'm trying to determine is what my next artificer infusion is going to be. Every time I level up, I can replace one of them. So I will.
And
be
don't
doing
forget,
so.
I think Merritt can put spells in your ring too, right? And he doesn't even have to fucking rest to get a spell back, right? He just
does short
awake or
rest, yeah.
something.
Isn't a. I mean, but the ring of spell storing requires attunement.
To
you can-
use the ring, not to spell, not to store in it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
You want me to put a spell in there?
No, you're right. It says
Punch.
this ring stores spells to cast it, holding them until the attuned wearer uses them.
Yeah, it says any creature can cast a spell onto the ring by touching the ring as the spell is cast. So, yeah, anybody can charge a spell into there.
We find a level 20 wizard somewhere down here. You better
Cool.
have him put a spell in there.
Yeah, if you just find people like
Cool.
that aren't in your class, you could have some cool ass spells in there.
We lost Garrett.
All right, we're gonna do a beer drink, or sorry, not a
Yep.
beer drink. We're gonna do a beer drink. We're gonna do a beer grab, and I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Ryan, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
So some of the artificer infusions that I can do, one of them is, so I have this thing called the Boots of the Winding Path, which allows me to go back 15 feet to a spot that I was in last, which I haven't used like at all. I thought it was gonna be
That's
super
really
useful,
cool, though.
right? I just haven't
That-
found a good use for it.
Yeah.
I also have enhanced defense, which gives me +1 AC, which I'll keep. I have a bag of holding, and I have a radiant weapon, which essentially says after I've been hit, I'm allowed to like create a flash of light that blinds a target. But I have to get hit with a melee attack. That fucking never happens.
Yeah.
But
You might
But
happen
yeah.
now. I mean, we do have like a new tank, but
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to just
right.
rage and stand in front of anything anymore because I'll go like if I just overuse rage, I'll get to a point of exhaustion that like is ridiculous.
yeah, I mean it's gonna be a bit before we like level up, I think. So it'll be a minute. But one of the other things that is when once I turn level 14, I can make this thing called Arcane Propulsion Armor. And it says that the wearer of the armor gains these benefits. The walking speed's increased by 5 feet. The armor includes gauntlets, each of which is a magic melee weapon that can be wielded only when the hand is holding nothing. The wearer is proficient with a gauntlet, and each one does 1d8 force damage on a hit and has the thrown property with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. When thrown, the gauntlet detaches and flies to the attack's target, then immediately returns to the wearer and reattaches. The armor cannot be removed against the wearer's will. And if the wearer is missing any limbs, the armor replaces those limbs, hands, arms, feet, legs, or similar appendages. The replacements function identically to the body parts they replace.
Sick. You already turned your leg into a wand, though, right?
Yes, so there would be a boot there, and then I could kick like
oh,
my
you
boot,
kick off your boot and your wand.
and
I
then
love
like
that.
expose my wand and fucking fire some shit off with it. Such good flavor.
That is really good. I like that.
But
And there's so many cool like fucking. I've watched a decent amount of animes, but like different things like that where it's like that detachable limb that shoots off, and I can just imagine it so well. It just comes back to you.
the other one is called the Repulsion Shield. Gives me a +1 bonus to armor class and has 4 charges. And when holding it, the wielder can use a reaction immediately after being hit by a melee attack to expend 1 charge and push the attacker up to 15 feet away.
Wait, you can have 4 of these things you're describing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I can replace them at level up. I just have like not had a good use for these. Like I literally have a bag of holding, I just never fucking use it.
There's stuff in there.
I'm the what I imagine is that like all of the gems and shit that I have in my inventory are all just in this bag of holding. That's the only purpose it's ever served.
Yeah.
I can also make a homunculus servant, which is essentially a familiar, but it's a mechanical familiar. It does like force damage, and it can be used as a to deliver spells that have a range of touch within 120 feet.
Oh, 120, huh?
Yeah, which is pretty neat. I want to use these a little bit differently. I could get like a cloak of the manta ray I could make, but like I have a fucking cap of water breathing, so like
Yeah, Cloaks of Manta Ray is not that.
lantern of revealing would be cool. Could make one of those.
Lantern of Revealing. What is that for, like traps
Hello?
and shit?
That reveals invisible items within range.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you guys.
Artificers are cool.
They really are. They're very
Yeah,
cool.
I gotta lean into some of this shit more.
So, is everybody here? No, he's still
Yeah.
no Garrett. Right?
Garrett
He
was
was back
back.
for a second.
He spoke.
He's gone now. Man, wouldn't
Greg,
this
the
be
next
a
time-
fucking cock block if we just got here and had to end it?
Craig, the next time we level up, I want to fuck around with. Well, I want to replace one of my infusions.
Sure. Can do. Oh, he was typing.
He was typing? I don't see anything.
Hey, Grandest Adventure. And Telegram.
Oh.
All right, I guess I'll chill for a minute. God, I just want to roll some dice. I just want you guys to roll some dice.
Garrett just moved, right? And is this the first time he lived by himself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not. He did. Did he live by himself in Baltimore stuff? Hello.
Do we hear
Yo,
you? Yes.
okay.
Oh, I thought you just. I was like, shit, is he. Yes, I can hear you good.
Did we just kind of move down the river? Do we have to roll for that or anything?
What's
I
that?
think.
Like, do we have to do like any of your like super survival rules now? Or what are we doing?
We are going to do that shortly. Let me set you up a word.
Yeah, you were just ignoring it through the bladed grass and waiting till we get to the forest.
Yeah, because like you guys had a
initiate
cart. I assume you had enough shit. You were next to a fucking river. Like, it doesn't get any easier than that, you know. Like, I'm not gonna be like, okay, who's watching today? Okay, nothing happened. Like, I don't have any tables for that. I have tables for once we get actually into the biomes, if that makes sense. This is more of just like a hub kind of area right now. You're still kind of within Tavi's jurisdiction. Or, sorry, Onyx's jurisdiction. So, you guys, you can see it coming for a while because there is kind of a very abrupt change in the bladed grass onto the next biome. So you can see it coming in the distance. and you can clearly see the bladed grass goes into these sort of mounds. These just round mounds of different sizes, as far off as the eye can see. There's no real large trees or really many trees at all. They're very sparse and in between. It's mostly just a low kind of vegetation near the bottom of all the mounds, and then kind of lichen and mosses near the top of the mounds. But that's off in the distance, immediately in front of you guys as you are running up the road. There is a sort of blockage actually on the road as you guys are going to cross into the mire. And there are a few signs posted up, and the crossing is blocked, and there are some skulls on spikes. Merrick, you can clearly see the signs say, "Keep out."
Yeah, the sign says come on in.
That's not what that sign says.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So what's the difference?
This is a little more unfriendly since the last time I was here.
But yeah, we were working under the assumption that like the king is like going to be corrupted, right? And we're going to have to fight him and save him.
Is this is this in character or out of character?
No, this is in character.
Okay.
I assume this king guy is going to be corrupted, and we're going to have to save him.
I'm gonna probably have to agree with you with once I see here. I mean, they didn't have skulls on spikes last time I came through.
I mean, unless like Gothic architecture's gotten real trendy.
Yeah, I don't really know anywhere there where skulls on spikes is a sign of greetings, because you have to get those skulls from somewhere.
Philo's gonna fully trust this random king instead of Merrick again, and make a huge mistake that ruins the entire.
Oh no, King Quaid.
I'm just kidding. No, that seems to track with the anchors and corruption, and now seeing this.
What'd you say?
King Quaalude.
Yes, King Quaalude. He's just Bill Cosby.
Sounds like we should proceed with caution.
Yeah, maybe staying on the path isn't such a great idea once we get in there. Maybe we could kind of just cut north from here.
What about this? We know that taking the path is a bad idea, right? And we're probably going to get ambushed. So if we set an ambush for the ambushers, then we take the path knowing we're going to get ambushed, and then when they do, we jump them and we get information out of them.
So what you're suggesting, let me get this correct. You want to travel along the path knowing at some point we will be ambushed. Do you know when or where we'll be ambushed?
I don't fully disagree with Merrick's plan.
Okay.
But what if some of us are not on the cart?
This whole
What if some of us are following from a distance?
So that's the thing. If we're taking the cart, we definitely have to take the path, because the cart's not going to be able to make it through the mire without some sort of cart like path. The molds around here are kind of antagonistic to wheeled travel.
Merrick, how far can you control these zombies?
I think like 60 feet.
Oh, that's not very far. Okay, that's not as far as I was hoping. Maybe it would be best to leave the cart. If we do your plan where we set a trap, I think only some of us should be on the cart and some following.
Why not? Wait a minute.
I'll
You how many zombies do you
cart
have? How many zombies do you have again? Just two, or
4.
why don't we put two of the zombies in the cart, two of them pulling it, and they'll be the bait?
But it's only 60 feet. How do we stay out of sight?
Oh,
Well, I mean, assuming that the path is not 60 feet wide, we could hide, sort of. I mean, is there cover along the path, or is it generally like open?
so the way that the path works is it's kind of just like cutting between like some of these like mounds. So like I don't know if I'm describing it accurately enough. There's a bunch of just round
All right.
like semicircles
Let me,
all over the
But
place.
like, how
let me
tall
ask
are
you-
those?
They vary from 6 feet to like 15 feet. Some of them are huge, but those are very far and few.
Oh,
far
we
in
can
between.
definitely stay behind mounds.
Yeah, you can definitely do it. It's just this path is kind of like snaking in between the mounds. And there is now on the bottom of all the mounds there is water. There's like a foot or two of water in the bottom of all these mounds, like the low points in between them.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, cool. Oh, and it's raining. Not like where you're standing, but like 100 feet forward, it's raining. You can see it.
all right. Let me ask you this, Craig. Can I extend the range of my zombies with my familiar?
So
Because the
how
familiar sits.
how I'm reading this spell is the range is just for you to cast the spell, like just to cast command on them. But if you're just like, hey, follow this cart path, you could sit where you are and they'll be like, okay, boss, and just follow the cart path. Forever.
Okay.
That's how I read it. You just can't change them. Like, once you set the fucking clockwork machine going, it's going to go, once it loses Wi-Fi from you.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's how I read it. So,
So why don't we send them forward and on the path, and then we walk off the path, hiding, traveling through off the road, and use it as an early detection system.
is there, do you guys have any sort of explosives?
Definitely like that.
Let's just load up the cart with whatever and just blow it up. You look like the kind of guy that could blow shit up, Torque. Look at your leg.
Well, that is an interesting sort of thought here. What we can do is, just give me sort of a second here, and I want to make up a like a flamethrower turret
Okay.
ballista guy.
Okay.
And throw him on the cart. And I'm just going to take like a... Let's see what I have from my pack here. Aha! I guess I want to just take like a piece of cloth or something and just throw it over the spider on the cart.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Because now this guy here, it's sort of new, but we can always make more of these fellas. I can blow him up.
What's the range you got on that bad boy?
That would be 60 feet. So I'm happy to stay a little bit closer to this guy because of these here boots. And I tap on the one boot on my leg, and these are the. I'm actually going to start using this shit. The boots of the winding path allows me to teleport 15 feet backwards.
Nice.
So, I'm happy to stay a little bit closer to the cart, within here 60 feet or so, with my finger on the detonator, so to speak. And if shit pops off, I'll just come on back, using these here magic boots, and then we will handle whatever situation befalls us accordingly.
Fucking awesome.
I like that. You can also, no offense, I think you can stay hidden ahead a little bit better than most of us.
Philo, is that a small guy joke?
Yeah, it was.
That's a pretty good fucking small guy joke.
Thanks.
All right.
But I think that's the plan.
So the way it's going to work is right now you guys are going to have you have water skins, right? Did I say that each water skin can hold a gallon of water?
And you said instead of one, we all have two.
Yes. So you are going to start off with full water right now. So you're going to have 8 gallons of water total. And you're also going to start off with 8 pounds of food. That's the 8 pounds of food is going to represent the amount of rations you had left over at the end of this trip. You will have to forage for food once that starts to get low. As
2 meals for Philo?
As a as a reminder, you need 1 gallon of water per day and 1 pound of food per day. If you eat less of that, there are consequences.
You're telling me that Torque eats as much as I do? No, I know, it's just
Yes.
easier for me.
Yes, I am. In the units of food, you each eat the same. Instead of pounds, we can just use units.
So you're saying we each have...
Wait, so we each have 8 pounds of food, correct?
No, total. For the party has 8 pounds of food and 8 gallons of water. There are 4 of you. You have 2 days worth of food and water each currently.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we had a week's worth of shit. I thought you were
Just so
giving us
you
a
guys
week.
know, if shit gets rough, you guys are the smaller ones.
So,
Right, so we should eat you. You're the most food.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you might be right.
how do you guys want to handle this? You want to have everybody handle their own supply? Or do you want to just all keep a running list?
So I am keeping a running list of the food and water as party because I feel like that's easiest. It's just at the end of every day we're gonna tick off 1 from each, or 4 from each list, and deal with the consequences at that point. At some point during the day, because foraging is one of the things you guys can do during your watches. Remember, there are 4 watches total in a day. Or no, wait, sorry. Because a watch is 4 hours. Do me math.
6?
Yes, 24 divided by
6 times 4 is 24.
Yep, that's right. So there are 6 watches total in a day. You can travel for a total of 2 of them without suffering negative consequences.
Now, I do want to understand, just because it is a weird fucking concept with Merrick's not sleeping thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we always rotate where there's... Couldn't we technically always rotate where there's 2 people on watch, where he's always on watch and someone's foraging?
So when I say watch, that just means 4 hours. What you do during the watch, you can actually keep watch during watch. It's like, this is just a way of me breaking time up.
Okay, so this is... Okay.
It's just a way of me breaking it up into 6 times. There's 6 things you can do each day.
Gotcha.
You can only travel for 2 of those 6 without suffering negative consequences. But if you want to remember that PDF I had on page 2 of it, it will actually tell you uh, the things you can do during a watch.
I'm gonna
So
pull that up.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
me
would be
too.
handy to have up on the side. We're probably going to be referring to it quite often.
We should pin that in the Grandest Adventure. If I can find it, I'll pin it.
Yeah, I will pin it in a second. If you click on where it says the Grandest Adventure up top, and then click Files, you'll find it super fast.
Ayo.
Nice, good.
Travel, food, and drink. Here we go.
Yeah, page 2 should have the travel activities. So, did you guys want to long rest here and then start the day off, or?
It's up to you guys. I have nothing to long rest for.
No, I mean we long rested before we came into here, right?
I mean, you've been resting the whole time, so like, it's more of a
Yeah.
like what time of day do you want to start like traveling off in?
Hmm.
Say like
No, I
mid
mean
morning.
yeah, mid morning.
Okay, so the plan right now, if I read it correctly, is you guys are going to have the zombies pull the cart about 60 or so feet ahead, 50 or so feet ahead of you. On the path, you guys are going to travel behind them, off of the path, or on the path. So off of the path,
Off of the path,
trying to
stealthily.
keep generally out of sight. So my question with that, I guess, is what is your travel pace going to be? On page 3, near the bottom, are we going fast, normal, or slow during this first watch? You said stealthily, so I assumed.
What's the fast pace for a 5 passive perception, -5 to survival, navigator track, slow pace. It's only a +5 bonus to survival
And stealth.
if we're and stealth.
Well, you can travel stealthily when you're going slow.
I think
Gotcha.
because of all the signs, and this is new. This is even new to Tavi, that we would go slow.
Yeah, I agree. I think
And
we're
it
gonna
kind
be
of
at a slow
makes
pace.
sense for like, because we wanted 2 zombies to be in the cart and 2 pulling to look like something semi-natural. So it's like I don't know how fast they could pull it anyway.
Facts.
Yeah, I think we're moving slow. Garrett, your thoughts?
I mean, that's the only option to move stealthily, correct? You can't stealth at normal pace.
That's correct. It
The
specifically
rules is
says
written,
at a
I
slow
think.
pace, character is able to travel stealthily. So
Just confirming, then I agree that slow is our best option.
Hell yeah.
I think we should stealth.
Okay, so this first watch, we're gonna travel a total of 8 miles. So I'm gonna go in here and zoom on in, and this path does closely follow the river. So can you tell me what you guys are doing, what each of the 4 of you are doing, specific activity you're doing during this first watch?
What page are those on?
2, right near the top.
I in particular, because my hand is on the sort of detonator, so to speak, elect to be noticing threats.
What is your passive perception, my friend?
I should have read this further before speaking.
No, but it does make sense thematically, and I like that
it's
better.
15. It's 15. It is
And
more.
I'm pretty sure your
it's more
passive
interesting.
perception is definitely the highest.
Definitely the highest. So,
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, it's 15.
okay, so you are noticing threats. What are the rest of y'all doing?
I think I will forage. No, actually, we have food.
So, Craig, how
So you
long
reckon-
does food last?
Um, unless specifically noted, like, I mean, what does it say here? Food. I mean, let's just use common sense. How long would a piece of meat that's unsalted last? Like, um,
I mean, it's tough because like an apple would last a week, but like meat
Yeah.
unaddressed, in normal heat and in 24 hours would probably spoil, right?
um, so it
So
says here
just
in
depending on what
foraging,
we
it
have.
says if a character would like to find certain kinds of food only, typically to avoid the need to light a fire, they suffer disadvantage. So if you're looking for like apples, because you specifically don't need to cook them, you'd get disadvantage.
Well, what
But-
what you told us last session was that we had collected apples.
Well, I'm saying right now, yes, the 8 pounds of food you have going into this, you're going to burn through
Gotcha.
that first, probably. Maybe. I don't know.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
This food, these first 8 pounds, don't worry about that.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking about min-maxing this too much, but
I'm really
thinking of
going
like
to,
a first in,
unless
first out.
unless there comes up something in the story, like, oh, the only thing you could find was fucking rotted meat or something like that, I'm not really going to worry about that. I just want to keep track of that you actually are spending the time to hunt and find food.
And is there a limit of how much food you can carry?
I'm going to say yes. A reasonable amount.
So what's the limit per person?
Ryan, how much can you carry?
Wait.
Yes. I mean, it's going to be that.
Uh,
That's
what-
going to be the answer.
I mean, wait. How do I see?
If it's a pound per day, I feel like Ryan could
Well,
easily.
weight is done off strength, right?
Yeah.
So I have 23 strength, and I can carry twice that amount because
I
I'm
think-
a bear. Because I'm bear totem.
I think
So I can basically carry infinite. Let's put it this way, Craig. I can carry infinite to a matter of size that just is ridiculous.
Your strength score is 23, you said?
Yes.
So-
and I can carry double that because I'm a bear totem.
690
Is it-
pounds.
Yeah.
okay. So that's 690 rations he can carry.
Yeah.
All right. So a week for everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That
I
would
don't think
be
we're ever
a
going to
crazy
find that
amount.
much more food.
No,
that's a crazy.
You won't
that's
have to.
well,
So-
just to like to have the size. Imagine how belligerent that size would be that I'm carrying.
So the answer is, as long as Ryan's carrying
There's
it,
no
we
step.
don't have to worry about carrying too much food.
Unless it comes up thematically, like you're in like a fucking desert and you can't find food. Like it's very tough to find it. I'm not going to worry about it.
Very good.
Yeah.
I will let you know when we have to worry about it. How's that? The only
Okay,
thing,
but I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna forge.
yeah, the only thing we're doing right now is worrying about the number of foods and waters.
Yep.
We'll ease into the rest of it.
It's fucking raining.
It is raining.
Sure.
Yes,
Water was.
it is raining.
There can't be bad water.
Well, we don't know that. We are in the Feywild.
No, it definitely is. It talks about it all down here. But I think I'm going to navigate. And what I want to do is, because we're on the outskirts of the trail, I want to kind of look for a steady path along that trail because these mounds are so weird and angled. I want to look for like what looks like the safest route to take to continue following the cart the next day. Or when we start again.
Okay, can you? So make me
It's a survival roll.
check, baby. $21. Okay, nice. Yeah. You are following. You are not getting lost. You are following directly along the way, and you're actually able to. You can see it's kind of maybe like a game path or something that you're kind of like following along the side. You can tell that there's a path there. You're not sure if it was like for game or for just people that don't want to be on the main road. But the issue is though, like you guys are glad you're going slowly because it's not easy traveling on off the main road. It is.
Yeah, and I just thought of something. Sorry, it's because Torque is obviously ahead of us, but like what he steps on won't have the same effect as what we step on.
Yes.
So that's kind of why I'm doing this.
Yeah, he's just like humbling and bumbling along, and he's like almost like stepping on the water and just like not going in. He's so light and small, like.
Yeah.
Whereas you're like, you guys, there's a few places where, if you would maybe have to like jump across it, you might make some noise. So you had to like take maybe a little bit of a longer path around so you could actually step across it and Torque can reach, or Merrick can actually reach across it. But yeah, you guys are going along with that. Certain threats. So what do you guys want Tavi to do?
Forage, I guess, right?
Remember, this is Tavi's character sheet.
I would say that or draw a map.
I'm drawing that.
Oh, you're drawing a map? Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
He's got the best passive perception. We should start with that.
I'm pretty sure Torque does.
it's me, yeah.
Tavi's has 11.
I have 11. What's yours, Torek?
15.
He's one more than I do.
Pretty good.
I think it makes most sense for me to be noticing threats because my finger's on the detonator for the trap.
Well, can Yada help him, like give him a boost or something?
No, because Yada. The thing is Yada's passive perception is lower than Torik's.
I don't know if this sounds.
If he's looking in a different direction, though,
So
like covering
Gary,
a blind.
there's an easier way to go about
Sorry.
this. There's another thing you can do, which is search. A character be searching for a specific object or location as the party travels, such as a cluster of ruins or a rare kind of tree. What I suggest is, well, how about this? Merrick, why don't you have that Yada's a bird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you have Yada there? Keep an eye out for how close we're getting to
Has Derek always been a hillbilly?
Well, he's old, he's crotchety, but yeah, generally. Why don't Yada keep an eye out for the castle we're headed to here in the Mizzle Mire? Let us know when we're getting close, and have her do the thing is search. The specific object being the location we're headed to.
That works.
Yeehaw.
Can do that.
I like that.
We still
I
need
say
something
Tavi-
for Tavi, right?
Tavi should forage.
So can I add? Can we do some shit? Can I talk to Tavi about foraging and possibly give him advantage for something I talk about him with? Can I just do it and then you decide?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, you can do it. Go ahead.
Okay. And you can make my memory already going. One thing I can't remember really quick is what the fuck was her name? The blind woman's orc's name. It's on the tip of my tongue and it's irritating the hell out of me that I can't think of it. Samsara. Hey, Tavi.
Yes.
In our side, Samsara told me a lot about these different herbs when we were up on the church. I'm pretty sure there's trees around here that have a moss that has a pretty long lifespan that we can... It's edible. We can eat that. Do you know of those type of trees around here? On our side, I know they're here.
So he looks around, and you can see this. I will let you know. You look around. There's like 2 trees, as far as you can see. Like there's just no. This is not like a tree area.
But it's a swamp and there should be moss, right?
It's not a swamp. It's more of a marsh. And there is
Still
lichens
moss.
and stuff. Yes, there is absolutely moss and lichens on the top of most of the mounds, actually.
Do you know of any of this to be edible? The moss that's all around here?
Greg, you're on mute.
Oh!
Oh, you were.
Because Ryan was fucking answering me, like, when I was talking. Yeah, of course I could go ahead and do that. I'll check it on out around here. So did you hear anything I said?
No.
Fuck. I was like, okay,
Nah.
you look around and there's like, 2 trees in your whole.
No, we heard that. Yeah, we heard
Okay,
that.
Oh, we heard that.
So, all right.
The
Yeah,
only thing I didn't hear was after you said that there's only 2 trees and you said there's like moss on top of these mounds. After
Yeah.
that, nothing.
So Tavi says, yeah, I could definitely go on out and get some good nummy chewy moss. I was really looking forward to nomming down on these apples, but I could go ahead and have a bite of an apple, have a bite of chewy moss.
It's just in case. Moss, it has a very long lifespan.
Oh, definitely. I'll go ahead and grab that for you, my friend. So, now it is time for our first watch roll. Who would like to roll the d20 for the first watch?
Not doing it.
I'll do it. I got it.
Ooh, sorry, I jumped the gun. Next
Hey,
time I'll let
hey,
Gary do it.
we're gonna roll this every single watch.
Yeah, I shouldn't do it.
Um,
I don't think the number low or high matters.
it does. I will let you know. Lower is worse.
Oh.
Absolutely. There is also a very, very low ceiling, though. So,
Let
this
me
is
ask you this. Do I get to re-roll my crit ones?
no.
No.
But if you roll a 1, though, something different will happen. Which is just interesting. I have a different table for you because you're a warlock man. 8, I will let you know. 8 is the lowest you can roll where nothing will happen. Everything just moseys on along. Nothing eventful happens during this watch.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to have an ambush happen.
So 8 to 12 is nothing.
8 to 20 is nothing.
There's nothing good? I don't believe him. I don't like hired me. Like, you randomly find a gold brick laying on the ground.
No, because the thing is you have to roll a quote unquote bad effect, and then you roll high after that, if that makes sense. Well, maybe if it comes up, but not. We'll see. Lots of stuff there's lots of tables here, so nothing will happen on this watch. Where's the foraging? So what rolls do we have to do? So you, Torek, you noticed no threats. Yada did not notice anything worthwhile yet. You navigated successfully. In foraging, let's go ahead. Roll a wisdom. We're going to roll a survival check for... What's his bitch? Okay. Tavi didn't come back with anything. He did not find any food. Okay. Um, so the second travel watch. I assume you guys are going at the same pace, right? Or are you guys just doing the same activities?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like I would continue to try to notice threats.
All right. Ryan, roll me a survival check. Okay. You're good to go. We're going to roll Tavi's. All right. Tavi finds some food. It's a D6 plus wisdom modifier. So we're going to do D6 plus 1. Found 4 pounds of food. So I'm going to go and because he was looking for the moss for you specifically, so we found 4 more pounds of moss. Basically today's worth of food he found. Merrick, you're continuing to draw a map, right?
Yeah.
Who would
What
like to
does
roll
that do for mechanically?
In
Like,
this
I don't
specific
know.
part, it will let you redouble out of here with advantage. Like, you will know the way to leave much faster. Once you start going into unexplored parts of the Feywild, it will actually reveal the map for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so right now it's just you. It's nothing like super mechanical, but if you had to like yeehaw and hightail out of here, I'd give you guys advantage on a bunch of checks because you have a map.
How do we go about finding water?
You foraging.
Foraging specifically for water instead of food?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Who wants to roll the d20?
Garrett, why don't you go ahead and do it?
Cool. Pop, pop.
All right. Nothing eventful happens during this watch. So now it is time for you guys to end for traveling for the day. So the way I want to do the 6 watches is I was thinking basically, so 2 are traveling. You typically travel in the middle of the day, right? You have breakfast, dinner, and then 2 in the middle of the night. Does that make sense? To how to break the day up?
Because there's 6 hours each?
They are 4 hours each. There are 6 in a day. You can travel for 2 at most.
Okay, so this is different. Like, is there no like night watches and stuff in this?
There are. That's what I'm saying. Basically, so it's like there are 6 in a day, so 6 in 24 hours. So
Okay.
the way I'm just going to break it up just so we can like think about it is it's going to be 1, it's going to be like midnight to 4, then 4 to 8, that's going to be like the breakfast one. 8 to 2.
See, this is my thing because it's generally one person, though, right? But technically,
So-
can't we always have 2 people doing it?
A watch is just a way to break time up. It's different from keeping watch. You guys can all sleep if you want at night. Because that means just nobody will be noticing threats.
Okay. Okay.
Could
So we can make.
Could
the
we call
decision
them
to only
shifts
have
instead of
2
watches?
people.
I think that would make it less confusing for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we can do that if you want to. Yes, we can call them. They're just referred to as watches as in the book.
Technically, like at night, we only need
Gotcha.
like 2 people can be awake at all times, and still get full amount of sleep, because we have.
Well, you could just have Merrick
Merrick.
stay up and keep watch all night because he doesn't have to sleep. That was one of the things I said he could do was he could keep watch all night.
Yeah, but I thought he said he didn't want to be that guy.
Well, he only has 11 passive perception.
Yeah, I mean, I think he could keep watch long enough for the people who can't fucking just be infinite awesome sleep enough. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy to take watch shifts.
Yeah, because you do need 8 hours for a long rest, which is 2 shifts, essentially.
Gotcha. So we
You
can
just-
manage that.
Yeah, like,
So-
and if
So we
you
can
like,
manage that at different times because there's no reason I need a long rest right now.
So are we saying that right now we've traveled for 2 shifts and
you have traveled for a total of 16 miles.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go ahead. What's this one? We got 5 here, 3 here. So that was the first one. So yeah, you're right here. On the second watch, Yada did start to see some trees.
And just so I understand, because we're going to be doing this for a long time, are you only showing us that because Merrick was mapping?
I'm only showing you that because Tavi had it mapped on the wall.
Oh, okay. So Merrick's mapping for no reason.
He's practice.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing. He's not getting really anything mechanical at it right now,
Gotcha.
except for the fact that I would give you guys advantage on anything you would need to if you wanted to retreat expeditiously, you would get advantage on a bunch of rolls.
Gotcha.
But you generally know where you're going versus hey, there's something out there. Good luck.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense because this little spot we see right now is all that Tavi had mapped.
Yeah. Yep. That's
So
all. That's
eventually that
his.
will not matter.
Exactly, because there is a whole nother Feywild out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tutorial.
Yeah,
So
tutorial.
if we can't travel anymore, I guess for this watch,
This
essentially
is
are there 4 more shifts in the day?
so there are.
We've used
What
2 of
did we
6
do?
shifts.
Yeah, but we started off in the middle of the day, if that makes sense. So I'm looking at it like this. We have. Hold on. Those are the shifts, right? I want to
Yep.
So what we just did is I want to say shift 3 and 4. We're just traveling.
Ah,
Right.
very good.
Shift 1 is 12 to 4 in the morning, essentially. So right now we're in shift 5,
Gotcha.
also known as dinner.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then this is where we're going to chow down half the food. So half the food is required at 5, half the food's required at 2, roughly.
And is it just always raining here right now?
Yeah.
It's like it's raining where we are?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Fire.
I want to know how you guys
Yeah.
are dealing with that.
So yeah, there's kind of something we do have to deal with that. So the idea is that if we are not satisfying 3 things while we're sleeping, which is staying warm, staying dry, and staying sheltered, we have to make if we don't satisfy those through our long rest, we have to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or suffer a level of exhaustion.
Correct.
And for each additional condition the character is not satisfied, the DC increases by 5. And the character suffers an additional level of exhaustion. I need to understand how exhaustion affects us.
So it's really a minor inconvenience until it sucks big cock. Is the best way I can explain exhaustion. If you bring up in the comprendum, you should see conditions exhaustion. There are 6 levels to it. When you have 1 level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks. 2 levels, your speed is halved. 3 levels, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 levels, your maximum hit points are halved. 5 levels, your speed is reduced to 0. And if you hit that magic level 6, you die. And all of these effects stack.
Okay, can I do this for where we're staying? And I talk about how we're.
Paint me a picture, baby.
Okay, so it's always raining here. It's always raining here. These mounds got to be soft.
Yes, that's why there's so much moss.
Yes, so what I want to do is one of these big 15-foot mounds at a decently low point. I've got tons of energy. I have hand axes. I have whatever I need if something gets hard, but that's mostly soft. I want to dig a 5-foot length basically into the mound and put out a flat point and then put down the 4 wolf's pelt I have on them as basically a carpet.
Oh, you make like a little like burrow, right?
Yes, and then I want to drape our bedrolls over us. Maybe do I want to drape our bedroll? Does anyone have anything else that can help this?
So,
You can
I
craft shit really fast.
I can like make stuff. I have a backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, pythons, torches, a tinderbox, 50 feet of hemp and rope, thieves' tools, wood carver's tools.
So what if we use your crafting to do what I said, but instead we use our bedrolls as the floor, and you can craft something wooden over us for my wolf's pelts to lay over as a roof.
Yeah, I guess. Could we? The pythons, aren't they just like little stakes?
They're used to climb mountains. They're the things you bang into the mountain side of the mountain face and then tie a rope to.
So could we carve a little hole into one of the mounds, and then use the pythons to nail up the furs to keep
Keep it like a
the
flap.
dampness and the cold out of the mound, keeping our body heat trapped in so that we can stay warm, sheltered, and dry.
The warmth, if you have a bedroll, that satisfies your warmth.
Okay, so the bedroll is the warmth.
Yeah.
The staying dry is using the wolf's pelts
And the
as
pythons?
a flap.
I
And
love
the
that.
pythons to keep them out of the mounds.
So
And
that
creates shelter as well.
That's true. So you're talking about maybe digging in a little bit and using the wolf pelts as more of a little teepee kind of in to
Yes,
like a door flap or whatever.
That's going to keep
Yep.
the water out of the mound, because I'm assuming that if we don't dig it like in and up, the elevation is down and the water can flow in. And
Yep.
I think
And like
or
the mound
flow
is
in.
like soft enough that I want to say you guys can dig in. So like that's what you guys are going to do during this watch. Is build that. Merrick, what are you, Yada, and what is Tavi doing?
Merrick is gonna sleep in the cart. Well, sit in the cart.
What
just
are
in
you
the rain.
What are you doing about getting wet? Are you like just staying in the wet or?
Isn't it like a covered wagon, like fucking Oregon Trail?
Did I describe it as a covered wagon? Because didn't we like say we were putting something over the?
If,
I think we
in my
put like
mind's eye, it was Oregon Trail. So if that's wrong, it's on me.
I think it was just like
I
an
think
open wagon, but we threw like a cloth and something in the back so that the spider flamethrower bot wasn't like visible. Is I believe
I
what
did
we agreed on.
imagine it as an open wagon the whole time.
So yeah, it's an open wagon.
I sleep under the wagon,
Okay.
I guess.
Are you keeping like? I mean, it's not sleep time yet. It's still dinner time.
It's just dinner time.
So it's watch number 5. Shift number 5, which is evening. It's not night yet, if that makes sense.
I guess. Oh, Torik's got a tinderbox, so I guess Merrick would try to start a fire and just kind of chill by a fire.
it's raining though, right?
I was like, if you could figure out some way to
No,
like build it under something, like you can. I mean, you have magic, so fucking fire isn't at, like once you get a fire started, like and it's raining, you can still consist it, you know. You got magic, man. So that's not too crazy. It might stand out, but You let me know what you want to do. If you want to start a fire, you can start a fire.
Hey Craig, can you give me a limit on something really quick?
Yes.
In forms of pinches, just so I have an idea. This is like a stupid concept, but I just want to have a limit on the stupid item I got way early in the game that I haven't used yet. I have the bags of curry spice. How many pinches of spice do you think I have?
Hold on. One moment. So
And I had
a pinch is equivalent.
I had 3 bags.
Okay, a pinch is equivalent to a 16th of a teaspoon.
But these were extravagant.
Yeah, so you said
Spices, if
they're
you
bags.
remember,
Like
so,
when you're imagining the bags,
I would
pictured,
imagine like a pouch that like the sack fits in the palm of my hand.
yeah, so like maybe you have total.
So maybe not pinches, like
You have total maybe 5 ounces.
5 ounces.
So let me.
I don't think it gives any types of advantages. It's some stupid thing where like maybe I want to make our fucking moss taste better, but I feel like I shouldn't have unlimited spices.
You have
like, if I
320 pinches.
320 pinches. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Craig, I'm trying to figure out. So, like, Thieves' Tools specifically calls out that there's a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mirror mounted at a metal handle, a set of narrow-bladed scissors, and a pair of pliers. I'm struggling to find anything that specifically says what woodcarver's tools, smith's tools, or tinker's tools are. And I feel like for the purpose of the West Marches approach, it'd be good to define that.
So what tools do you have?
I have woodcarver's tools, smith's tools, and tinker's tools. I tried. The compendium doesn't specifically call out what they're supposed to be.
Right, so because they're in Xanthars. So woodcarver's tools consist of a knife, a gouge, a small saw.
Sorry, I want to write this down. Smith's tools or woodcarver's tools?
Woodcarver's tools. They're a knife, a gouge, and a small saw.
What's a gouge?
It's
You know it.
It's a hook, a handle.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Smith's tools.
Hold on. I'm just breaking. Xanthar's right in front of me. Why am I reading something on the internet when it says it's in here? Please hold while I go to page something. Tools 78, page 78. Thank you for asking this question. I love it. I love digging into mechanics. That's why I really wanted this one to be like a mechanic heavy thing.
It's time asking a certain question while you're doing it. Like even that fucking spice. Like I know it's worth something. So
Oh,
it's
it
like,
is.
I don't want to have it infinitely.
Exactly. So what would you say? Smith's Tools was your second one?
Mm-hmm.
Smith's S. S is after P. Smith's Tools. Components. They include hammers, tongs, charcoal, rags, and a whetstone.
Hammers, tongs, charcoal, and a whetstone.
Rags and a
Rags and a
whetstone.
whetstone. Okay. And what about tinker's tools?
Weaver's tools that's Weaver's. Tinker's tools include a variety of hand tools, thread, needle, whetstone, scraps of cloth and leather, and a small pot of glue.
So sorry, hand tools, thread.
Yeah, it's like think screwdriver. Like it's basically like I feel like a tinker's tools are what I carry around in my backpack for fixing computers.
Okay. Yeah, as long as it's within reason, I think I can.
Tinker's tools is like I feel like that's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
That's at least the way they describe it. They're like it enables you to repair many mundane objects. You can't manufacture much with the tinker's tools, but you can mend torn clothes, sharpen a worn sword, and patch a tattered suit of chainmail. Fuck, dude, this is such a good. Xanthar's is so good.
Okay, cool.
All
Now
right.
that's a little more defined.
Next.
No, that's it.
Okay, what's Tavi doing?
Uh, swim. Actually, good question. So,
Tavi is hovering over Merrick to keep him dry.
Tavi,
Yeah. Yeah.
is the rain here safe to drink? Is rainwater safe to drink here?
I mean, water, from what I found here, is mostly water unless it's a different color. Don't drink the different color water. So if you see pink water, don't think, candy cane flavored. No, it's probably death flavored. Or worse, it could turn you into a pineapple. But yeah, if water from the sky, that's probably okay. I drink it. It's where I get most of my water from at the castle.
Oh, so it's just full of steroids then.
So
He
I mean,
flexes really hard.
if we only have 8 water skins, it's fair to assume we don't have anything else that can carry water.
That is correct. The max amount of water you will be able to carry is 8.
Okay.
I have this weird thought. Can we do some weird interpretation of like some of these?
Let's lay it on me, baby.
Like
Anything but
foraging.
food and
Like,
water requirements. In anything
not
but in
not
that
the
red
requirements.
box.
It will take away from certain requirements, but maybe add
Let me tell
other
me.
things
Send it
that
to
I
me.
think
Let's go.
are like say like these spices or something we have. I kind of want to add a cooking aspect
Yeah, you can cook. We want to.
to where like it might take extra portions or something like that, but it adds a I think it not like super morale or anything like that, but
No,
cooking,
but
eating better
maybe-
food makes you feel better. But so I'm thinking maybe even like as something simple as this moss, if you drain it and grind it together with these spices, that it turns into this chew that's almost like a mouth-watering gum or like a jerky type thing that you can chew on. That like
It's
when
like
you're in
Big
the
League
wild,
Chew.
when you're in the wild doing this thing, you're like you want something to be a little enjoyment. So maybe that it takes away from a little bit of the food that we have, but maybe if you use it, you have +1 charisma.
Hey, Philo, how about this? How about you get inspiration for this? For using your spices that you've had this whole fucking campaign.
Okay.
How's that? This first meal, you sit down and help prepare while you guys are out in the wild, like the real first meal you guys have had out in the wild. It just brings you a sense of inner peace and calmness that you feel like you've been missing for a really long time. And it's strange because you're in probably the most dangerous place of all, but you're here with your friends, sharing a meal with a spice that you won off some jackass way back when.
That's exactly what I was looking for. Not the inspiration, but just like
Now roll me a d20, bitch. And
the
let's
idea
see,
of
let's see if
like,
this actually happens
bringing-
or if anything interrupts your dinner.
I like that.
Okay, nope, it's just a nice meal.
Cool.
Yeah, I wanted to start you guys off easy on the random encounters, and start like the ratios kind of low first in this first session, this first kind of area, just because we are going to be rolling these a lot. So, but cool. So that watch goes by. So watch number 6. Who's sleeping? Who's staying up? Everyone's sleeping except Merrick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely sleeping at this point.
You need 8 hours, you said, right?
Correct. 8 contiguous
Yeah, I'm
hours of
gonna
sleep.
Fuck it's God. I get 8 hours of sleep on a weekday.
I get a good 7,
I
close
have
to
bad
7.
habits.
I
I usually get like 6.5.
I get a
to
very
7.5,
solid
somewhere around
6.
right there.
6 to 7. I get very solid.
But honestly, sometimes 8 is too much.
Yeah, no. I go to bed around midnight and I wake up precisely at 6:53 almost every morning without an alarm.
I
It's insane.
I would literally sleep for 10 hours every night if I could.
Can't do it.
I could, but I wake up in not an active mood. For me to be super efficient, 6.5, 7.
Oop, lost Garrett.
I think we're gonna do 1 or 2 more watches and then we'll get ready for because I have assumed you guys are gonna hit this city pretty quick. Like, I have the right. I just want to make sure I have the right fucking distances and everything.
Yeah, don't be like me, like it's 12,000 miles.
I do have the right distances, it looks like.
Walked 1,000.
Yep. It just feels like you guys took so long in the first one, but you guys you guys traveled so far.
This is our first time going through this too, so it's taking long.
No, I feel you guys got there really fast. I was like, oh, just a day of traveling and you're there. Duh. Versus it felt like you took ages to get across the whole world, but I don't know. Bitch, you got me fucked up. All
Are we
right.
there?
Watch number. So you guys are sleeping. Garrett, you're the one that's staying awake. Why don't you roll me d20, please, for watch number 6.
Yeah, you said Yada could like give me his bonus or whatever to my notice threats.
Yeah,
and watches.
it's a 13.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, there we go.
Sweet, finally.
We got some action,
go,
baby.
Uh-oh.
All right.
I was,
Is that good?
hoping-
Well, it's good.
I was-
Something's happening. Something's happening. Garrett.
Uh-oh.
Garrett, roll me a D100. $54.
Now, this is just a question out of character that I want to know. You don't have to tell me the answer. Is there a different thing for each roll, or is there like a spectrum, like 5s, 10s?
Yes.
Where like okay. You just said yes. All right.
I did. Because both are true. Like I said, many tables.
Yeah. It's cool as fuck.
Okay. So it is middle of the night. It's night because it does get lighter and darker here, just not as like, the sun's just behind clouds all the time, but it is the dark of night. And you're chilling, you're keeping watch, you have your psychic connection to Yada going on. And Yada spots what he assumed was just a larger mound at first, but he swooped back around and no, that's not a mound. That looks to be a large body of some sort of giant beast, or maybe it's a carcass. Yeah, it's definitely a carcass of a giant beast because it's still rotting in some places. It's about 30, 60 feet out from you.
I want to animate it.
So you like walk over to it and animate it, or you just like look at it and animate it?
You said it's 30 feet away from me, right?
60, and it is not a medium. It is a giant beast. You can only animate medium or small humanoids.
I can't do that.
You cannot.
I guess have him fly down and investigate it up close.
Yeah, so you have him like fly closer and closer, and now that he's even closer to it, it looks like it is. Most of it is just dried skin and bones, and let me roll a die and see what happens, huh? Passive perception is 13, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yada sees something moving around inside of it. Something about your size, Garrett. Merrick.
Well, fuck, get it out of there, I guess. He's got talons.
So you're sending him down in to attack it?
Not attack it, but like get it so that it comes out of the carcass, I guess. Like
How?
pull a flap over. Like pull a piece of skin over so that it like can find its way out, like if it's looking around and it's lost, maybe.
Oh, it's so Yada goes to pull that like a flap of skin or something aside, to try and like get it like a passage out, and it sees Yada and goes, "Ah!" And like goes and hides in a corner.
Of the carcass.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna wake up Philo, I guess.
Okay.
Gently. Hey, I gotta go check on something over there.
What's going on?
I gotta check on something over there.
You see something? What?
In case someone attacks, don't say I didn't. Like, I don't say later that I just left you without warning. All right, bye.
Okay. Philo comes out of the wolf pelt tent to keep watch with what he's like. Okay, I'm looking.
All right, and you head on over there.
Yeah, what do we got?
So you approach the carcass. Roll me an investigation check.
Hey, let's do this instead. I'm gonna call out to the little guy. Hey, buddy. Why don't you come on out here?
No, why don't why don't you come in here? It's nice in here. It's dry. It's wet out there.
Oh, okay. Is it dry? Or is it like rotting flesh?
Oh, it's that. There's a little bit of rotting flesh, but it's pretty dry. Like almost totally dry. I got a nice dry corner. You come check it out.
All right. Yeah. That sounds reasonable for the scenario that I'm in. I'll come on in.
Yeah, so you walk into this carcass, and yeah, it's
Do I go welcome that? I gotta like take my shoes off, or
I mean, Merrick wouldn't take his shoes off, not because he's impolite, but because the floor is probably they might dirty your feet a little bit. You're not really so much about worrying about dirtying the floors. They're quite dirty. But does look like a well lived in carcass. You see a sort of bedding area in the corner. There looks to be an area that has these sort of little handmade almost dolls. There's a like a corner that you see there's a bunch of like bones left there. And you finally lay your eyes on this little guy, and he looks to be a halfling with just these gigantic just amber eyes. And he's looking at you, and he's holding this little straw doll, and he's saying,
Hi, my name's Eli. What's your name?
Merrick.
Hi, Merrick. What gifts did you bring me?
I brought you the gift of friendship.
That's lame. I like material things.
Oh. Well.
Like dolls. I love dolls. I like playing with
If-
dolls. Do you want to come
if
here
you-
and play doll with me? We could play house. I've never had really another person to play with for a while that didn't want to kill me. Do you want to kill me?
Philo saw him go into
actually-
this house, right? Into not this house, but this body.
Carcass. Yeah.
yeah, I
This
think so.
target.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming I was sleeping, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're asleep. Philo saw him go into that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Philo is moving to a mound where a little bit closer where she can just see and hear a little bit close enough.
You can definitely hear it. It's tough to see the mound because the carcass was mistaken for a mound at first. But you can definitely hear them talking. You can get close enough to hear them talking.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay, Eli, I'm not going to play house with you.
Yay! Come on, let's go sit down. You can be,
No,
you can be the
no.
mommy, and I'll be the baby. Where?
I'm beginning to understand why so many people want to kill you.
That's kind of mean. Don't you hurt me, though. Otherwise, I will curse your bones. I don't want to have to do that.
As Philo hears this, she moves towards the mound.
But if you're nice to me, I will bless you.
You will bluff me?
Bless you with the power of the gods.
What god?
No, the gods. All of them.
That's highly unlikely. They don't usually get along enough to give all the power to one sort of being.
Oh,
In my
silly
experience.
Billy, I don't have all the power. I just have a little bit of power from all the gods.
All right. Is there anything worth like the time and effort this has taken up to this point for Merrick? Like
What do you mean?
around this, or, like, if you got like potions or any kind of stuff.
He told you if you give him 3 gifts, he will bless you.
Philo's gonna move towards this and head into the mound if possible.
You're gonna walk in?
Yes.
Oh, look, another guest. I'm so lucky, so blessed to have 2 guests here.
No, that's one of my gifts.
Oh, you're so
This is
good.
one of my
Can I
gifts.
please? Are you come here to give me gifts too?
I am your
No,
first gift.
This is one
Is
of my,
this
one
is
of my
one-
gifts.
I am first a friend.
No, 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 no. Material
The gift
gifts
of friendship.
only.
I told you this. This is
No
what
And
I said.
the second gift,
gifts. No symbolic
gifts are to
gifts.
everybody. And the first thing I'm going to do.
Materialistic only.
Oh, and I pull out my doll that I have,
Okay.
and I was hoping we could play together.
Oh, you want to play with me?
I would love to play.
Okay, we do want to play house.
Yes.
Okay, you could be the daddy. That guy could be the mommy. And I'd be the baby. Wah! Wah!
All right, I'm gonna spank Eli like he's a baby, right? I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah? You're gonna
We
spank
do
him?
babies.
You walk up and hit him?
Yep.
He literally said not to
Yep.
harm him or he will curse you.
He did. He did say that.
But the hand is off of the piece on the chess piece. The chess piece has been moved.
All right.
I
So
like
you
it.
spank him?
You know?
This is the third and
Yeah,
final
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you strike him one time, and then he turns and looks to you with his big old amber eyes, and they turn a dark black. And then you hear,
Merrick, your still living bones inside of your body shall be cursed until they are removed from it.
and then he disappears in a puff of smoke.
Your bones are cursed. Congratulations.
Merrick, did you not listen? I could hear him from where I was. I came in the. Maybe it was
just,
fake.
I was just committing to the character.
To your character?
No, he told
What are
me
you
I was the
pretending to be?
mom. Moms hit their kids. Isn't that how you were raised?
No, I was raised a little bit differently from where I'm from. And this is.
Well, I mean,
I'm starting to understand a
how-
little bit more about you now, and maybe I understand why I found you at that bar that day. Okay.
I mean, I don't really think that my bones are cursed. That didn't seem very legit.
He just disappeared after he did that, which was a little convincing.
Yeah, but maybe he was never here to begin with. You gotta stop.
Yo, fucking fair argument.
Fair
Trusting
argument.
everything you see. You know, we're getting kind of gullible.
True,
here.
you're
At
right.
that-
You're right. I have
moment-
taken your advice in a bad way many times, and
You guys hear ka-chunk, 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 and then the flap of the carcass opens up, and you see Todd, and he says, "Hey, I just felt some crazy celestial energy come out of here. What the fuck? What you guys? What happened here?"
well,
Philo and I were playing house.
not exactly. So Merrick came across this carcass, and there was a little being inside of it who blatantly told him if he harms him, he's going to curse him.
Wait,
And-
hold on, wait. Did he? What kind of curse? Did he say he will curse your bones?
He did.
Oh God.
He
That was
did say that exact thing.
a godling, Merrick. Did you hit him?
Okay.
You hurt him?
He did hit him.
Oh no. All right. We're gonna want to cleanse your bones as soon as we can.
Okay.
This I've seen this happen before. What may or may not happen sometime in the future is your bones may get up and walk away without your skin, or they may walk away with your skin attached.
Oh no.
So we're gonna have to
I'm hooking up my camera next time, 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit my going. We're gonna have to go ahead and cleanse your bones somehow.
All this bone curse propaganda that you're indoctrinated with, I believe is a hoax.
Okay.
I'm anti bone cure.
Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. If you want to roll the dice with that, but if you start attacking us, or if your bones start attacking us, I'm gonna put you down.
Merrick, I thought after everything we've been through, I've seen the changes you've gone through, that you would be the one to most believe what just happened.
See, all right, this is the thing.
I saw you change in front of my eyes.
It's not necessarily that I don't believe in the bone curse. It's just that I believe that my body immune system is stronger. My bones personally won't be affected.
You know what? Out of person, that fucking you convinced me to where. Yep. Okay.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. That's it. That's it. I'm dead.
Like I didn't. I was like, he just doesn't believe in the magic. No, he does. He just believes he's stronger than it.
Yep. That's it.
which,
All right.
which fucking boom. Boom! I love that so goddamn much. But
Guys, I cannot stress this enough. I will not be able to top that tonight. We have to end it there. That scene end.